Hello friends, in this video we are going to talk about the controversial and famous theory of hollow earth. So what is hollow earth? The hollow earth is a concept proposing that the planet earth is entirely hollow or contains substantial interior space on which resides technologically and spiritually advanced civilization secretly. This term was first coined in the Western world by a well-renowned scientist called Edmund Halley in 17th century. Whereas in the Eastern world, the idea of a subterranean realm is also mentioned in Tibetan Buddhist belief. According to one story from Tibetan Buddhist tradition, there is an ancient city called Sambhalla, which is located inside the earth, and also some Hindu texts write about kings and warriors hiding for a while in the underworld civilization, and that the portal to that world is closed with the beginning of Kali Yuga before 3200 years from now, and is named as Agartha. Many people from different parts of the world claim that their ancestors came from inside the earth. The Taino from Cuba believe their ancestors emerged in ancient times from two caves in a mountain underground. Natives of the Trobriand Islands believe that their ancestors had come from a subterranean land through a cavern hole called Obucula. Mexican folklore also tells of a cave in mountain 5 miles south of Ojinaga, and that Mexico is possessed by strange creatures who came from inside the earth. In the Middle Ages, an ancient German myth held that some mountains located between Esenach and Gotha hold a portal to the inner earth. A Russian legend says the Samoyeds, an ancient Siberian tribe, traveled to a cavern city to live inside the earth. In Native American mythology, it is said that the ancestors of the Mandan people in ancient times emerged from a subterranean land through a cave at the north side of the Missouri River. There is also a tale about a tunnel in the San Carlos Apache Indian Reservation in Arizona near Cedar Creek, which is said to lead inside the earth to a land inhabited by a mysterious tribe. It is also the belief of the tribes of Iroquois that their ancient ancestors emerged from a subterranean world inside the earth. The elders of the Hopi people believe that a Sipapu entrance in the Grand Canyon exists, which leads to the underworld. Brazilian Indians who live alongside the Parima River in Brazil claim that their forefathers emerged in ancient times from an underground land, and that many of their ancestors still remained inside the earth. Ancestors of the Inca supposedly came from caves which are located east of Cuzco, Peru. Although these claims are taken as unscientific and mythical by most of people, many famous well-renowned figures ascertain that they have visited the inner world physically or by some using subtle bodies. For example, the spiritualist writer Walburga Lady Paget, in her book Colloquies with an Unseen Friend 1907, was an early writer to mention the hollow earth hypothesis. She claimed that cities exist beneath a desert, which is where the people of Atlantis moved. She said an entrance to the subterranean kingdom will be discovered in the 21st century. The explorer Ferdinand Ossendowski wrote a book in 1922 titled Beasts, Men and Gods. Ossendowski said he was told about a subterranean kingdom that exists inside the earth. It was known to Buddhists as Agartha. George Papasivli, in his Anything Can Happen 1940, claimed the discovery in the Caucasus Mountains of a cavern containing human skeletons with heads as big as bushel baskets, and an ancient tunnel leading to the center of the earth. One man entered the tunnel and never returned. Novelist Lobsang Rampa, in his book The Cave of the Ancients, said an underground chamber system exists beneath the Himalayas of Tibet, filled with ancient machinery, records, and treasures. Michael Grumley, a cryptozoologist, has linked Bigfoot and other hominid cryptids to ancient tunnel systems underground. A book by a Dr. Raymond Bernard, which appeared in 1964, The Hollow Earth, exemplifies the idea of UFOs coming from inside the Earth and adds the idea that the Ring Nebula proves the existence of hollow worlds, as well as speculation on the fate of Atlantis and the origin of flying saucers. Hollow Earth proponents have claimed a number of different locations for the entrances which lead inside the Earth. Other than the North and South Pole, entrances in location which have been cited include Paris in France, Staffordshire in England, Montreal in Canada, Tibet and Hangzhou in China, and the Amazon rainforest. Alexandre St. Yves, an author and French occultist, in 1885 wrote a book about inner Earth named Mission de India in Europe, which translates to Mission of India in Europe, expounding all the marvels of inner civilization. He first heard the word Agartha when he was exploring ancient language Sanskrit. When he inquired about this word to his ascended master Harji, he was informed about the technologically and spiritually advanced civilization which settled inside the surface of the earth. When he asked how to reach there, he was initiated into yogic breathing practice to separate his subtle body from the physical. He writes in his book that he traveled deep into the surface of the earth to find much ancient and advanced civilization of Agartha, about which travels he writes in his book, and worried he had revealed too much, he destroyed all but 2 copies of this book, called Mission of India in Europe, one of which was edited and published in 1910 by Gerard Incasse. He writes that people of inner earth will get out of caverns and tunnels in the year 2030 AD. Likewise, there are many such people who claim that inner civilization exists in our hollow earth. Some entity like Basar, Daryl Anka, and present-day Dalai Lama claims that such thing exists but on higher dimensions of reality and not in our third dimensional reality. 20th century Tibetan mystic Tuesday of Sangrampa also gives a vivid explanation and clarity on the subject of hollow earth in his book Twilight 1974. These are all the things written and talked about the inner earth. In our next video, we will discuss more about Dr. Lobsang Rampa and many other fabulous beings. Goodbye, and please be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you very much.